How are y'all doing this afternoon?
Very well, thank you.
Very good.
So we have Oedipus Tyrannos coming up, and how did each of you prepare for this role?
A lot of long hours, going over lines, spending a lot of time together working on the set and the costumes, and long hours, definitely.
And you as well?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the library, and I would just sit there next to the brand new Starbucks, and I would just read over my lines, and then I would get together with her, and we had to try to build our chemistry on stage. So we would have to get to know each other, because at first we were strangers to each other.
Yeah.
And so now we've become really good friends, and you could probably see that on stage because we're very comfortable with each other now. And it's just working on lines, and then we also helped with the costume designers and the stage designers on whatever they needed help on, and that's what we just spent so much time and so much work, and yeah.
Okay, and for those who don't know, explain Oedipus Tyrannos.
Oedipus Tyrannos is a story about a man who becomes king, and he's grown up with this prophecy over his shoulders, and the show is about him figuring out whether it's really about him or not, and how he needs to proceed once he figures out what the prophecy really means to him.
Okay, and what are your roles in the play?
I play Oedipus, which is the main character of the story and the man who becomes king, and it's a lot about internal conflict with this character. You'll see him talking to everybody at one moment, and then the next moment he'll be at the edge of the stage talking to the audience. And really that's just him snapping from talking to himself, and then he'll snap out of it. Because to him, the biggest, like all politicians, the biggest thing to him is the way the people of his city look at him, and the way he wants everybody to like him. And so you'll just see him snap, and that's just the big part of it. And by the end, that whole him trying to pretend to be cool and everything is just gone. And yeah, it's just, you'll get to see that big character twist.
Yeah, and then I play Jocasta, who is the queen, and he marries me, and it was interesting to go into our chemistry on stage because it's very clear that even though I am a woman, I have a lot of power and I have a lot of say and stuff, and so that was interesting to go over and develop as my character.
And is this similar for any type of acting that you've done as far as comedy, drama? Was this a breakaway or just a kind of assimilation into it?
It was completely different. Everything that I've done previously has been very happy musicals, and so this was very different, going to having to be very serious and very motherly and not crazy and all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And for you?
I've done dramatic plays before, but this one's very different in that it was written so long ago. I mean, even though the translation, it was written not too long ago, you can still sense the way they act is not the same as other plays that I've done. It's just, you have to, whenever we got the script, we had to sit down and we had to think, okay, what would the people of this time period do? Because they wouldn't react as we would now. And so it was just a lot of process of me and her sitting down and going, okay, what would we do right here? And we would just talk back and forth, and that's how we got through all our scenes.
Yeah, and being royalty is very different, too, from just being someone's boss or something, or a mother even. Being royalty is something that you have to, especially since we're in front of the townspeople the whole time, thinking about how we have to not react or react in front of them.
Okay. Well, Oedipus Tyrannos premieres on Tuesday, September 23rd at 7:30 p.m. in the Clyde H. Wells Fine Arts Center. Be sure to check it out.